Welcome back. We're still on our way to North Gallia, and then to the mountains nearby, where we're going to look for some dragons and see if they want to join the cause and help us capture a new rebel base. So, a lot going on right now. Oh wait, that's the that's the arena. I thought that was the exit. No, it's just so damn big it looks like the exit. So we gotta go up around here instead. And here we go. Now we'll get out of here. This is our first time in North Gallia, and it's very desolate, like Nova says. It's almost like a national park or something. Only a few buildings, and of course everyone here knows Lysander, so they're gonna, give them some nice. Whoa, little tile set problem. That's okay though. Yeah, something actually got a little fudged with this this tile set. Transfer between computers. I'm not sure how, but I think maybe I edited it when I originally made the game, and then it went back to the original or something. But there's some weird stuff you'll probably see, and we'll take a quick look around the place first. Not very big, and then this is a little ass museum. I guess you don't need a very big. This is more like the Great Gallian Fort Visitors Center. Because the fort's the real museum. This is ancient structure that was the whole Gallian Empire used to run out of this one fort, and now of course it became this big city. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about, these random like snow bits. And I looked in the tile set and they didn't have like the dirt tiles for those corners anymore. So I don't know what the hell happened. But this, you don't spend too much time here during the game, so it's not going to be a huge problem. I was trying to think of new accessories, but I don't think I can. That locket's so good for stat boost, but I think it'd be good to have Nova immune from some status attacks, though. So I'll have to take the hit. And then so we'll go up here, and this is the fort. And Turnus is in awe because it's a pretty impressive building. And the only way, you have to go through it to get the other side. And of course, since Lysander's since Lysander's all holed up in there, we can't get through. So we're gonna have to use the old sewers, our old standby, for this sort of thing. And I'm sure I'll get in like 100 encounters before I even get out of here. What we got here? Anything cool? Oh, brother. Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah, this is a thing. This is a spellbook in another language that I have to take to an expert. It's a little side quest, but I do have this black book that I got off the dragon zombie, so I should definitely use that. There we go. That's good stuff. Now Arius has a very powerful dark spell, although sometimes it can be hard to find people to use it on because there's a lot of enemies who use dark magic, and it's not going to be much good against them. But we're out of here. And now we'll walk into this this clearing at the base of the mountains to find none other than Thys. You remember this guy? We saw him in West Gallia during the shipyard thing, and he's the one who killed Galdar's grandfather. Except he doesn't really remember until Galdar recaps the story pretty quick. So I guess you guys probably knew that we weren't going to go for the rest of this game without some kind of showdown with this guy. And at this point, Galdar is angry. We don't see him angry too often, but he's angry now, and he's ready for revenge. But he still has to remind Thys of what happened. That whole incident with Galdar's grandfather. Thys probably did that sort of thing pretty often back when he was a more active, soldier. But now, like he says, he's retired. Galdar almost fries him with that fire attack, but now they're going to have a little one mano a mano here, but it's a little awkward having both those kids there, and now we're going to have to fight in front of them. And Thys isn't really intended to be like a difficult opponent for Galdar. I mean, he's old, he's retired, while Galdar's basically in his prime and doing all these crits, so he really it's more just a curb stomping. Man, he's like helpless. But I guess I should be careful. He is doing damage every time, so it'd be a little embarrassing if I actually did go down in this fight. So, we'll heal ourselves very nicely. He tried to paralyze me, because back in the flashback, it was said that was his specialty, but it didn't work that time. Yeah, he's going down. Even when he defends, those crits do sick damage. So he got totally humiliated in that little scuffle. And but now Galdar has a decision to make, because he's totally in a position to get his revenge. And Thies actually understands this. He says, "I didn't think Minotaurs, thought that way," but that's just because he's an ignorant piece of shit and doesn't get that, it's not only humans that get upset when their family members get killed. Should be obvious, but that's Gallia for you. And so now Thies even catches some shit from his own kids, because they've just heard the story, and they think they're about to lose him because of what happened. But Galdar, even though he's angry, he's usually lets his better angels have the floor. If there's a fight in Galdar's shoulder with a little angel and a little devil, like in all his movies and stuff, usually the angel wins without much of a fight. And so he's starting to realize, I guess, what would happen if he killed Thies, especially if he spared the children, like Thies is asking him to. And come on, none of them are going to go and murder those two kids. So it would create another revenge cycle, and that's what he's talking about. And he doesn't particularly want that cycle. He doesn't want that cycle to continue. So now he's going back to that quote that his grandfather said, and that now he interprets it as, you can't just prove Gallia wrong with violence. You can't go in there and say, well, we can beat you in a fight, so that means you're wrong. You have to prove that you can beat them morally. And that's what he's trying to do here, where he's going to spare Thies, and so that Thies has to go back to his home knowing that, Minotaurs aren't what he's been told, that he owes his life to one now, and that Gallia's full of shit. But he will take his anger out on that statue, which I think is totally appropriate. I think I would have done that too. So yeah, this is a big deal. And then we got this very uplifting version of the 25th hour theme, which has been Galdar's theme. The various versions of that motif have been Galdar's theme throughout this game, and I like stuff like that. You can hear it with most of the characters. And of course, this game's not being sold, so I don't have to worry about licensing crap. That helps too. So now, the older son grasps, the weight of what's just happened. And so the family leaves, and, Galdar has broken the cycle. And Turnus is kind of like, what? But the other two understand too, especially Arius. Which is ironic, because Galdar's going to suggest, in a little bit here, that it was part of the thought process that he had was thinking about what Arius said when they went to Relenia, which that you couldn't just beat Gallia by destroying the city. You had to take away their power and moral power, meaning that you have to prove them wrong, not just by beating the crap out of them, by really, through your actions, just proving them wrong without a doubt. And that's what Galdar tried to do. So now that's over, and we're gonna start our ascent up these cliffs. A few minutes ago I went and got some grappling hooks, and we're gonna toss them up like so, And then we'll start a little, I wouldn't call this a dungeon, but it's just a little area to wander through. And it's kind of a nice change of pace. We've been prowling around the city for so long. Now we're back in the great outdoors. Looking at now where do I throw the grappling hook? Let's see if I can remember. Oh, brother. Maybe it's not just the sewers. Maybe like everywhere's got a bad encounter. I thought I was getting better about that, but maybe not. Alright, so is it here? No, for fuck's sake. Oh, and I can't run? You gotta be kidding me. I can't run from boulders? Like Indiana Jones boulders? Alright, here we go. Yeah, so it looks like you throw the ropes up where there's 2 rocks. That's a nice little visual indicator for the player, I suppose. Oh, come on. I should be able to run from everyone. Just crap. Running away should never fail. I mean, honestly, I don't know. But, okay. And now I have to do a bit of a jump. Yeah, Arius doesn't like doing that. Understandably. Oh my god, that was 2 steps in a row! Ay, let's get the hell out of here. So now we've got an actual staircase, which means that we're heading towards some sort of civilization. And as we leave this map, there's a pan over here, and we are being watched by this black dragon. Very mysterious. So it means we're getting close to dragons, and what is this guy's intentions? We will find out probably next time, really. So we can get up here, and it's snowing now because it looks like we've gotten to some higher altitude. And a tent. I guess somebody abandoned that there. Finders keepers. Check out all these old pillars and stuff. Alright, so, well, looks like we're about to encounter a boss or something like that, so... Oh, jeez. You can't run from these 2-headed dogs. I've had enough of that. So we'll save and explore further next time. Peace.